On today's episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, tap strafing is officially gone, and we're going to talk about some of the backlash. I am laughing because it is very funny. We're going to give our thoughts and how it will affect the game. We're also going to talk about how ranked is getting a little snoozy here, a little snooze fest going on in the ranked playlist. What needs to be done in order to revamp it and bring it back to its famous roots? And then we're going to have some Grab My Bachelor, have some gambling, and a lot more fun stuff. So, without further ado, let's get into the show.
Honey, I'm home.
Oh, hey, babe, what's going on? How's work?
You're still playing that stupid game?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to Masters. It's a grind.
Well, put that controller down. I want to see you. I want to talk to my big man.
Oh, babe, I'm in the middle of a game right now. Hold on, give me a second.
My big, strong man. You look so good right now.
Well, thanks, babe. Oh, hold on. He's one shot. I got him. He's behind the wall. I think Pathfinder's going for res.
You could be playing with something else that's not a controller right now, pressing all the right buttons, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's sticking res. He's sticking it right now.
I know something.
You gotta push him, dude. We gotta hurry up with this
now.
fight before a third party comes.
A third party? Ooh, now you're talking my language.
Babe, knock it off. Oh, there's a third party. He's right there. Oh my... I'm down. Oh my god. We just keep losing points. All right, guys. I'm gonna hop off. The lady's home. I'll talk to you guys later. All right, now you have my full undivided attention. What do you want to do?
I just want some alone time with you, babe. That's all. Sheesh.
Okay, well, shit. I'm not exactly in the zone right now, but tell me what you want.
How about we just start it off with a little bit of dirty talk, huh?
Dirty talk? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it my best shot.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
What are you doing over there?
Just
Why don't
hanging.
you bring your lips a little closer?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Let me explore that King's Canyon, baby.
Are you serious?
What?
Are you serious?
What? Okay. I'm still in the Apex mode. Hold on. Let me retry.
Yes, please.
Okay. Hey, my little slice of pumpkin pie.
Hey.
What are you doing all alone over there?
I don't know.
Why don't you come snuggle-wuggle up with little old me?
Ooh,
Are you feeling down in the
a
dumps?
little bit.
I got something that'll make you feel good,
Yeah.
baby. Just like a full Phoenix kid.
Oh my.
Yeah, just like a full Phoenix kid.
Are you
baby.
serious? Are you serious?
What?
Come on.
Oh,
This
okay.
is what you've
I'm
come
sorry.
up with
I'm sorry.
so far?
All right. Yeah,
This?
I get it. All right. Give me one more chance. One more time.
One
okay?
more.
Okay?
I'm going to bed after this.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Fine. Come on.
Hey there.
Hey.
You're looking so damn good tonight, girl.
Thank you.
Come over here. Slide on over here, baby.
Okay.
We've got a long night ahead of us.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah. We've got a long night ahead of us.
Ooh.
Why don't you relax a little bit and take off some of them clothes so I can hit a double tap strafe massive headshot straight to you.
Okay, I'm done. I'm out.
What?
I'm done. I'm
Oh
done.
my god.
I'm done.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, episode number 51. And boys, today we all showed up rocking our schmozzy fits. We all have our shirts buttoned down way too far, revealing our chests. We all look fucking good, I have to say.
I would say we
I
do.
actually kind of like the schmozzy look because it's very freeing. I feel wind. I feel air.
It's
Yeah.
much more cooling.
Yeah.
I get why you do this.
Do you feel better about yourself?
I actually do.
I do.
I
More
actually do.
confident?
I didn't think I would because I was like, I don't have like a flattering chest. But even
a good
without
chest.
the flattering chest, I still feel
Yeah.
good.
You should be proud about your chest.
Yeah. But we all look good. We all look really good. I'd also like to point out that Schmozzy came to the show wearing a fanny pack, and then he pulled out a single Modelo out of the fanny pack.
By the way, how's the Modelo?
I mean, I don't really like beer to begin with, but it's all right.
Does the little gold stuff around the Modelo get in the way?
No, I thought I had to take it off. Apparently, you don't.
No, you don't.
Which
Watching you
That's
try to
wild.
open a Modelo was pretty funny. It was like watching it was like watching mouse and keyboard players complain about tap strafing going
Yeah, it was
away.
pretty crazy.
Just
It
like
was very
unneeded. Yeah.
unnecessary, and then we told you about the proper way to do things, and you relaxed because you have a reasonable and calm head. I would say.
Thank
Dude,
you.
how did we gloss over the fact that Schmozzy doesn't like fucking beer?
I don't. He's been saying that forever, and
like
I just.
margaritas.
Brian, I'm starting to realize something. There's actually a lot of people out there who just don't drink beer.
There's a lot of people out there who are fucking idiots.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
I mean, I don't drink beer either.
Yeah,
Like I said,
Kyle
fucking
is-
idiots.
But see,
It's
like
the
Kyle's a
hoppiness,
perfect
though.
example of that.
I just
So-
don't like the hoppiness.
Well, you can get
You
beers
can-
without
you
hops.
can get
I
beers
just
that
don't
aren't
like
hoppy.
the beerness.
You don't like the
You and me
beerness.
are going to go beer tasting.
No, I don't want that.
That would be fun. Let's
Dude,
do it. Grab
we
my
can
banner
do
trip.
it.
Road
Grab-
trip.
Grab my banner
G-
beer.
road
beer
trip.
tasting.
Road trip with the boys.
I
Bring
really
the
don't
pack.
like
Bring the
beer.
fanny pack.
Bring
Bring the
the fanny
fanny.
pack.
It's
Fanny
okay,
pack
dude.
and jorts.
They'll have ciders
Fanny
for
pack
you.
jorts. I will. If we go beer tasting, we'll all show up fanny pack jorts with a button down
honestly,
shirt.
making these jorts was awesome. Yeah.
Check out the Instagram for the pic of us all rocking the schmozzy fit because it's gonna be dope. Boys, let's get into the show. We got a fully packed show, and I can't wait to start talking about tap strafing. But before we do that, let's get into the Raise Energy question of the week. Raise Energy, head on down to repsports.com, REPP sports.com, where you can use code BANNER, BANNER, for 15% off all Raise Energy products. And boys, we are still sending letters to whoever is out there using code BANNER for Raise Energy. So, boys, Raise Energy question of the week. What kind of car would each legend drive? The one that really stood out to me, and I think it's the most profound out of all of these, I think Mirage is one of those guys who got a car early on, and he's that guy who throughout his entire life just kept that same car. It always breaks down. It's way too old. He has the ability to get a new car, but he just loves this one so much. It's got so many memories in it, and he just can't let it go. So I picture like a beat up old sedan with like the back door kind of falling off. The tires have different like hubcaps. Like there's all these different things going on with this car, but he loves it to death. And every single day, like you got oil leaking out of it. It's got over 200,000 miles, but he loves that car, and he'll never give it up because that's just his car. That's Mirage's car.
I have Octane with like a PT Cruiser with the flames on top.
Oh, maybe like some wood
Lit.
grain
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
sides?
well, yeah, dude, that's
Oh.
sick.
The only thing I would add to that is it's a PT Cruiser, but it's got like more NOS in it than like anything ever. So he's just like
It's just
bobbing down the street, and
the
like you hear him
most
like
sleeper.
rev the engine, and somebody's like laughing at him, and then he like takes off, and he's just like, "What?" It's like that scene from Fast and the Furious
Yeah.
where like everything blurs out, and he's just flying in it.
love
I
it.
could see
Just the biggest fucking sleeper vehicle of all
Yeah.
time.
I could see Octane being like Paul Walker in
Yeah.
Fast and Furious 1, where he's misunderstood, air quotes, and he's just trying to get by, and he just uses his NOS like so nonchalantly, like all the time, and it never works out for him. But he's doing it all the time just because he loves the speed.
Yeah.
The speed is calling his name. I had Octane as the type of guy who would have one of those like cars that's probably 3 different colors because each door is a different color, and they have it straight piped, but it's just a typical Honda Civic, and he's just driving it around. It's loud as fuck, just trying to blow past everybody.
I had Octane as he drives the Flintstone vehicle, so he just runs and like yabba dabba doos it together, and then like drives it out.
That'd actually be sick.
that's great.
I just picture him like getting a brand new car. He shakes the dealer's hand. He's like, awesome. He drives it off the lot. He's like, this isn't fucking fast enough. Just punches through the ground with his
Just
foot.
kicks it
Just
to the
starts
ground.
kicking it into gear. That'd be awesome.
Faster, faster, faster.
Faster, faster,
Put
faster.
stem inside the oil.
On the opposite side of the spectrum, somebody who probably doesn't drive a car at all, I said Bloodhound is most likely driving a caribou or some sort of other deer-like animal, maybe a moose.
Oh.
Bloodhound just riding around on a caribou.
That's
Badass.
That's
Has the
crazy.
horn, calls it. Caribou rides up. Bloodhound's going wherever they want to go.
caribou. I pictured a prowler.
That'd be cool
I
too.
pictured the prowler when I did that. Or
Yeah.
when you said that.
Or maybe like a big ass moose.
A big ass moose.
big
Like a
ass moose.
giant fucking like 4,000-pound moose.
That'd be
That's,
so
dude,
sick.
that's stupid big for a moose.
Stupid big.
Well, they're like 2,000 pounds normally.
They're pretty big.
They're not
big.
that big.
No, yeah, they are.
They're
not
huge.
2,000.
Bro,
they're
they're
fucking
huge.
Never
Bro,
seen
they're not 2,000
Yes,
pounds.
they
Bro,
are.
moose
They are.
Google it right
They're
now.
like 8
Bro.
feet tall.
We're acting like
Moose
we don't
are
have Google at our
gigantic.
fingertips. Hold on.
I'm telling
I
you.
would
How
literally
big?
rather fight a bear than a moose.
Dude, listen.
You'd rather fight a bear than a moose?
Yes. I'm dying to a moose.
Yes.
With a bear, I have a chance.
100% I
you'd
would rather fight a bear than a moose.
1,500 pounds is dead between the two of us. I was saying 1,000. You were saying 2,000.
Okay, so
They're
there you go.
fucking
Nobody
huge.
That being
wins.
said, 500 pounds is a big difference on each side of us.
You can't underestimate the moose. I also had Caustic, a windowless van. The ones that you're like something bad is happening inside of that van. That
With
is
the white
Caustic,
ones.
100%,
The one
yeah.
that says free candy on the side.
Well, it could be that.
Oh.
I think they're much more discreet than that, Brian.
It's an ice cream
especially
truck,
if it was
Yeah.
especially if it was Caustic. There would
I-
definitely be no windows, and it would be a horrible scene if you ever opened up the back.
I
of
mean,
that van. I
just-
don't know what would be there, but something bad. I thought of the most boring car that I could possibly think of, and I thought of a Volkswagen Jetta.
Yeah.
That is Watson.
I put a bike for her.
With
the little bell.
with like the
Just
basket
like the
on the
cruiser.
front.
Yeah, the one with the back.
Yeah.
basket
It has
with the-
no like gears. It's just one gear. You have a basket. You know why? Because she's boring.
She has the bell
Boring
because
as
the
fuck.
horn's too loud.
Yep, exactly. Horns too loud.
I did have one for Rev. Said he drives around in a hearse. That's it.
That makes sense.
Bad.
Just
Badass.
consistently driving around
That'd
in a
be
hearse.
sick.
That
That'd be
is
sick.
bad.
And he's just
Badass.
storing all the bodies of the people he kills.
Dude.
I wasn't thinking that.
That'd be
I don't
pretty
know.
sick.
I wasn't
I
even
don't
thinking
know.
the bodies, but just Revenant driving a hearse is like symbolic.
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking
just
die.
Death is coming.
So,
Death
yeah.
is coming your
He's
way.
got a scythe in the passenger seat.
Exactly. Like, Kyle, do you have any?
I said for Wraith, she drives a Porsche because she's like one of those videos where like the guy walks up to him like, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" And she's like, "Oh, I married a rich guy," or she's like, "Oh, I do OnlyFans."
Yeah, something
Bro,
like that.
She got
Bro,
that only thing.
Wraith straight up rides on the bang bus. She's on the fucking bang bus. She's on fake taxi. Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Wraith is 100% riding on the bang bus.
Bro.
Riding in the bang bus.
Yeah, I love it.
Jeez, she's got her name signed on the top like 6 times.
Bro, can we just say though, if Wraith was like a real person, she would 100% be like the number one, top 5 on like the Pornhub top 5 porn stars.
Yes, I think so.
Pretty much Wraith is like Lana Rhoades, pretty much. It's almost the exact same.
Yep.
The blue eyes, the hair, everything.
I see what you're into now.
Well, I know my stats. I'm a stats guy.
I'm a stats guy.
I
I'm
go
a
to
stats
Pornhub
guy.
for the stats.
I just check the
You're like,
statistics.
who's on
That's
the
all.
top
That's it.
today?
Just statistics.
I'm just checking stats. That's it. Okay.
And who's at rank 2,723 today?
Well, you know what? We don't need to talk about
It's
that.
only the top
This is-
500 we really care about.
Yeah, we just focus on that top of niche
Did you
right
say
there.
the top 500?
I had Loba in a Range Rover, blacked out, kind of like the Kardashians. I just pictured Loba as every time I picture Loba, it's like a Kardashian.
Loba's Kardashian.
Yeah, it's the fact that she gets whatever she wants. She can steal whatever she wants.
She's plastic.
Not that part.
Yeah,
Not,
not
that part I
No,
didn't.
no.
That's
Sorry,
not
sorry,
good.
sorry.
You know what?
Silicone.
She's not. Yeah,
sorry.
she's
Silicone.
Thank you,
No
Brian.
silicone.
not
either.
that either. Actually, you know what? I take it back.
Kardashians.
Loba's
No, you
driving
said it,
a
dude.
very real car with real body parts.
Like an Escalade.
yeah, no, yeah, no.
I said she would be driving a Maserati or
Yeah,
some like
that-
foreign vehicle
it's-
that's hella expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the opposite side of the spectrum, I think Fuse, he doesn't drive. He just, whatever car he's in is whichever hitchhiker,
Bro.
or whichever car picked him up while he was hitchhiking.
What do you mean Fuse doesn't drive? He's the fucking taxi driver on Fake Taxi. Bro. What the
No,
hell? He's
dude.
the driver.
No, dude, hear me
The
out.
accent, everything?
No, I
Like,
get
come
it.
on.
No, you're right. But at the same time, can you not picture Fuse as like the stereotypical dude in every TV show or movie, just walking backwards with the guitar slung across his back, just holding his thumb up, waiting for a ride? Can you not picture
I
that?
can't
Just
picture that.
taking the wind wherever he goes. The wind carries him. That's how he goes.
I have a Fuse driving the Oscar Mayer car.
That would actually be dope too.
That'd be funny.
I've
Fuse
seen-
can fit in so many scenarios.
I've seen it 2 times, and I think it's such a cool thing.
How awestruck were you 1 out of 10 when you saw it?
I literally didn't know what it was.
You had no idea. You just thought there was a giant hot dog.
I took a picture of it, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Dude,
All right, well, that should just about do it for the Raise Energy question of the week. What kind of car do you think your favorite legend would drive? Send us a DM, hop into Discord, say what you guys think about each legend and what they would be driving. Maybe their daily driver, maybe their fancy car, who knows? But anyway, head on down to repsports.com where you could use code BANNER for 15% off all Raise Energy products. They've got a slew of new flavors out, including a peach one. And we love talking about peaches on this show. So head on down there, get yourself some of that brand new Raise Energy. Use code BANNER while you're at it and get yourself a nice little discount. We're going to head into our first discussion of the show, talking a little bit about the ranked playlist. And we will see you guys on the other side. All right, here we are. And boys, I'm going to be honest here. We've had the same ranked playlist for 10 seasons now. We've introduced a little bit of nuance to it. There's been the Masters rank that was added in, and there's been like the splits that were added in. But other than that, it's been pretty much the exact same system with the exact same rewards, minus some rewards actually sometimes. And it's gotten a little stale, if I'm going to be honest with you. There's really no reason for you, unless you are a big-time streamer or somebody trying to become a content creator, to really grind ranked. Because once you reach the goal, what is there for you? How should we revamp the ranked playlist system, and how would you do it? Whether it be rewards, whether it be the system itself, how would you change it up?
I think that there's got to be some more rewards. I mean, we've had the same rewards multiple seasons in a row, and I just feel like the rewards are not enough now to be like, yeah, I really want to grind this and get to this spot. I feel like it's just kind of like a meh thing, like a, yeah, cool, I made it, I get my trail or whatever, but this, it sucks. This is like the third season in a row where I've gotten this such and such trail. You know what I mean? Like. Mm-hmm.
I have a few things structurally that I would like to change. Number one, I would like to actually do the 10-game placement matches that we did in the arenas. I think that adds a lot of nuance to the system already. I just feel like if you had the ability to have those 10 ranked matches, each outcome adds more mystery to where you're going to get ranked, which already... If you're trying to get somebody to play ranked, adding at least 10 games where they don't know what's going to happen and they have to try their best to get good scores in those games, that already adds some difference and some more fun things for you to do. After that, I do think that they need to add a decay to the ability. Like once you get into plat, you could lose every single game at the 20th position for the rest of time, and you will never lose plat. I don't think it should stick that way. And I actually think that they should have a 10-game or some sort of system where you can get better and more prominent rewards. I used to play a lot of Rocket League, and we were just talking about this off the pod a few days ago, where Apex has said they're going to re-release some skins from the old Battle Pass. I guess for the newer players it's a good thing, but for the older players it's like, well... I spent the money thinking I was going to get something exclusive. Now it's no longer exclusive.
Yeah.
What if they added some sort of system? Now, I said before that maybe you get 10 wins at a certain rank and you unlock a special recolor version of some awesome legendary skin, either from a past battle pass or maybe like, for instance, we've seen a lot of recolors of the Voidwalker skin in the files.
Yeah. Lots
of them. Why don't you add in those recolors for like a reward in game where you have to get like a X amount of top fives, X amount of wins, something like that, where it actually gives you something to grind for. Okay? Because what do we have here in Apex Legends? How do you get the best skins? There's only one way.
Pay for money.
You pay for it. Why isn't there something in the system or in the files where you can kind of like earn a skin so that when people see you out in the field, it feels good to you, right? If you were, say for instance, you go to Plat, or say for instance, you go to Diamond, and you win 10 games at Diamond, and you unlock an awesome recolor to a Pathfinder, that chameleon skin, right? Where Pathfinder had the chameleon head, but it's like this awesome recolor where maybe it like shifts colors as it goes along like a chameleon does, or some cool shit like that, right? People look at you like, holy fuck, that guy did something. And that makes you want to grind for it, right?
Yeah.
So you're playing ranked against these top people that you're technically at their skill level. Why don't you have more rewards like that? That would really, really revamp the ranked playlist where people are grinding to get these skins.
Well, what about like just skins for like how many wins you get in a season, something like that? Like,
That would be cool too.
Like you got to get, I don't know, fucking 50 wins in a season, and then you get a skin. Like, I think that would be cool. Or even if you had like options, like they had 3 skins that were recolors, like, and it was just 3 random legends and 3 random skins that got a recolor, and then those out of those 3, when you got the 50 wins, you got to pick one.
Yeah.
And I'm actually was very similar line to you guys. I was wanting basically exclusive content for doing well in the rank system. Another reward on top of it, another incentive for you to actually try to make something of the season rather than just saying, oh, cool, I made my goal for the season, that's it. I don't get anything for it, whatever it is, especially for the average players, really only making it to plat or diamond at their highest. You know, they're not really going to get many exclusive anything at all. Even the dive trail, like, it's not really exclusive. Everyone who makes it to that rank gets it. But getting something where it's like a different weapon skin. Imagine diamond players getting a diamond like plated R99. You know, you get an R99 that has where it's got highlights of diamond on it. If you make it to bronze for that season, you get little bronze chips on top of your R99. So you know, like, when you pick up somebody else's R99 that you just killed, you're like, holy fuck, I just killed a fucking master. I've killed a fucking predator. That'd be awesome.
The other thing I've noticed too is it's like, well, we resell these skins, and I guess it all comes down to money. So I'm kind of just talking for no reason here because they're always going to be about money. That's just the
EA.
simple fact.
Yep.
It's EA. But if you really wanted to re-release this content and not piss off your fan base who has stuck with you since day one, the best way to do it would be to make everybody earn the skins rather than to make them buy the skins. If you put out those old, like, remember the very first World's Edge season where Pathfinder had the ice cream skin in the Battle Pass?
Yeah.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I had to earn... So I've swapped over from PS4 to PC, and I miss that skin because now I play a lot of Pathfinder. If you made it to where that skin was like an unlocked reward for winning a certain amount of games or maybe even getting a certain amount of top 5s and ranked at diamond level, I am playing every night to get that skin because I care about that type of stuff. People nowadays in this form of Apex Legends, we've been playing the game, or your core fans have been playing the game for months, years even. So the rewards that you're giving out right now don't give enough oomph for them to actually feel like committing an entire bunch of time if they're not a top streamer, which a lot of us are not. A lot of us aren't, these content creators and stuff like that. So you add stuff like that on top of it where you've got to earn it. Now you've got an entire base of people who are like, I need that. I'm going hard for that. Maybe even, and this is crazy, I don't think they'd ever do this without attaching a price tag to it, but like different versions of your heirloom where they do something different with the heirloom. Maybe they do something different with a specific gun. Maybe they do something, maybe you get a different version of a skin just from doing certain things at each rank. In Rocket League, what they did was you had to win 10 games at your rank, whichever rank you were, to get that reward. So something like that.
You have to establish yourself.
You have to establish.
Yeah.
But to have that, you have to be able to demote a pair. So, like, you have to be able to... If I fucking am just playing, literally just walking around looting the entire time for my whole way through gold and plat, if I make it to diamond and actually have to get into a fight now, it doesn't mean shit because I'm dying every time. I'm just going to go right back down to plat.
Exactly.
I'll never be able to get past that.
Exactly. If you were to just add the rewards to it, I think it would feel a lot more, it would have a lot more juice to it. Another thing I really think they should do, they should not cap how many points you get in each ranked game. And I understood it at the beginning. It was like, we want to give everyone a fair chance to get Predator. Let's be honest here. If you are a person working a day job and you are a person who doesn't get to play as much, there is no chance you will ever get number 1 Predator. I'm sorry. There's just no there's too many content creators. There's too many streamers. There's too many cheaters out there for you to ever even contend with that. So I think from the respawn perspective, you let the points just go all the way through. If a streamer is out there and gets 10 kills in a Predator lobby and gets the win, let them get a fucking 1,000 points of ranked.
Okay, you move back in rank on the split. If you drop a 20 KP game in gold, do you belong?
Yeah.
Do you belong in gold? No, you don't. Get that person out of gold.
Yeah.
So it would probably help with the cheater situation too. Having these new accounts that come in, they're, level 15, level 12, and all of a sudden they're popping off and just flying through the ranks because they're getting KP for each kill that they get in the lobby, and they're killing 48 people in the lobby.
Yeah.
They're going to fly up in the rank, and you see a rank 15 player in the lobby. I'm sorry, hideouts, that's just an immediate red alert for you, dude. To hit that dude with the band hammer and call it done.
Especially if they're not somebody who's typically up there. I mean, obviously, we know a lot of the content creators who are up there. It would basically be like a prisoner walking into the light of a guard tower. They're walking right into the trap.
But if it's someone like Timmy, Timmy made a new account to do that grind from bronze to Predator.
Mm-hmm.
He did a new account for that. We all know that. Technically, it was a Smurf, but it was for a challenge to do it, and he was out of that rank incredibly quick. Obviously, they're going to check into it first. They're not just going to flat out ban somebody that's doing something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's such an easy red flag to spot. Why not open it up?
Are we missing something here? Is there a reason that we should be out there playing it? If you're a ranked diehard, let us know. DM us, talk to us in Discord, say what's up, say what you think about ranked. We're going to move on into the main topic of the show. We're going to talk some tap strafe, baby. We're going to talk some aim assist, some tap strafe, controller, mouse, and keyboard. We're going to hit a quick ad. We will see you guys on the other side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today is a day. Today is a day where a full-on war broke out on all social medias, on all Twitter accounts. It was very fun to watch all of the pros and streamers argue with each other and go at each other's throats. But today, Respawn decided to make a gigantic decision to ban tap strafing. Here's the tweet. After much consideration and debate, we've decided to remove tap strafing from Apex in patch 10.1. Our reasoning: it's inaccessible, lacks readability counterplay, and is exacerbated by movement abilities. The next patch notes will include a more detailed note about this. Cue the fucking alarms, baby, because people were losing their minds. Whether they loved it, whether they hated it, people were losing their fucking minds. So, boys, tap strafing is officially gone. We saw a lot of mouse and keyboard players complaining about aim assist. We saw a lot of controller players raising their fists up in triumph. How do we feel about tap strafing being completely gone?
Can you do it on a controller?
No.
Then it should be gone.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Okay, even if you can do it on a controller, the effectiveness of it is so much lower because you can't bind it to a fucking key.
Yeah.
It basically turns a keyboard into a cheat code. And you're... Okay, quit bitching about aim assist. What the fuck? Quit bitching about aim assist, dude. If you're a PC player, you have your whole fucking arm for aim assist. The larger muscles in your body are easier to have dexterity and be accurate with repetitive motions, right? You build a muscle memory a lot faster and a lot more accurately with the larger muscles in your body. Am I incorrect on that? To some degree,
muscles don't have memory, but
okay,
keep going.
You know what I mean.
Motor skill. Yeah,
yes,
I got you.
You got what I mean. They all understand. Yes. They know muscle memory is a term. You fucking dick. Right?
I'm on your side. I'm on your side. You know what? From here on out, I got you, Brian.
Okay.
Listen, dude. If you're complaining about it, fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off,
okay?
PCers.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
Literally, we got 2 sticks and 2 thumbs. That ain't shit, okay?
Brian, say the phrase you said that you tweeted today.
Oh, fuck.
What are keyboards for?
Keyboards are for fucking typing. Keyboards are for fucking typing, bro. Listen, they're for typing and doing other business on a PC.
Yeah.
That's what they're made for. And they fucking gamers on a PC are exploiting the system by using a mouse and keyboard as a controller.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. Now, disclaimer here. All of us here at this table are controller players.
Whoa.
We have to say that.
We
For
are all
the most
listen.
part.
For the most part.
For the most part.
We are all
I use
controller
mouse and
players.
keyboard for some shit. but
We are all
not
controller players, but we all do play mouse and keyboard still. At
We
times.
have tried it, yes.
At times, we have played mouse and keyboard. And I can tell you
I-
right now, my ceiling with mouse and keyboard is 10 times fucking higher than what it is with the controller.
I started off on mouse and keyboard,
Yeah.
and I was literally gross at it
Yes.
So why'd you switch to controller?
So I'm
Why'd you
because I
switch?
wasn't on PC anymore.
yeah.
Tragic.
So I'm going to give just a counter thing. And earlier today, I thought tap strafing was something completely different. I actually thought it was the wall bouncing because I'm an idiot. But now, what I learned when I learned what it actually was, I was like, okay, this actually makes a lot of sense. But I do have one thing to say. On console, the aim assist is 0.6, and on PC with controller, it is 0.4. I think for a great thing to do is to just make aim assist all the way across, whether it's console or whether it's PC. If you're using a controller, aim assist should just be 0.4.
Which
Just
is
leave
bad.
it across the board. Tell me why.
PC compared to console gets shitted on every single time.
Mm-hmm.
The frames, latency, I literally can't see shit compared to what PC players can.
Now that's the argument, and that's the argument I didn't think about when I said
It's
that.
like what is it? It's 0.2 difference?
Yeah.
0.02? 0.2.
It's a big difference. It doesn't sound like a big difference, but it's a big difference.
But like, come on. Is it
May-
though? Frames, you can literally have triple the amount of frames I'm getting.
I think the issue a lot of PC players have with aim assist isn't even necessarily at range. It's more up close,
Yeah.
which makes sense.
I probably stutter in 80% of my up close gunfights. Like full on, my game is stuttering. And you want to take away something that slows down my aim? Cool. I mean, you'll still lose the gunfight. Go for it, but
But we can all agree here that tap strafing was kind of bullshit.
Well, yeah.
what
well,
else
I
do you
mean,
need?
like,
What else do they need?
I mean, they can already move all the looting boxes, and we can't do that. So
They
I mean,
can move all their looting boxes. They have their whole arm to aim a weapon. They have all the accessibility of movement that
I feel like
They
aiming
don't have.
long range is actually way easier on mouse and keyboard too than
Yeah.
fucking on
The
controller.
aiming in general, up close and long
Are you
range.
kidding me? You click on heads. That's all
That's
you
it.
do.
Yeah, I
there's
know, it's
also
point
a
click.
lot more there's also a lot more settings that you can adjust to like
Mm-hmm.
perfectly hone in what you want, whereas controller it's like kind of like feels like
You're
you're
within a
defusing a
bracket.
bomb.
Yeah, you're
because
within-
if you
It
do
is
one
horrible.
thing wrong, it ruins your
Oh,
entire
you want it on
settings.
A? Oh, okay, now you have to put this button like on your like left D-pad.
There
Like,
are-
who the hell does that?
There are arbitrary numbers for a controller where it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. With mouse and keyboard, you literally have like point dot fucking numbers where you can literally zone it in so easy for you. And like I'm gonna keep playing devil's advocate because I want to give mouse and keyboard listeners something to like rest their hat on. So
I don't.
even though I don't agree, I will try to give them some argument here. I do think maybe close range, it's difficult when there's a 0.6 hitting you with an EVA 8. Can we understand that at least?
Yes, but I want to tell you something. You can bind literally everything in the fucking game to something on a mouse and keyboard. There's tons of people who have like Phoenix kits and shit bound to like a certain key.
They have a keyboard on
I-
their mouse.
I've got to fucking
Dude,
wheel
seriously.
my shit
They
all
have
the way
more
around.
buttons on their mouse than we do on our controller.
Yeah. I got to wheel my shit around, and then half the time when I wheel my shit around, it picks the wrong fucking thing, and then I got to cancel that and find the other
That
thing
just
that I
sounds
really
like a you
want.
problem.
That
Actually,
sounds-
I
I mean,
never.
Hitting the wrong thing might be you.
Oh,
but-
shut the fuck up.
But so like controller players, we aim like on like a dome pretty much. We're not on an even surface that we aim on. Like it's curved. So it's like mouse and keyboards. Turn in your acceleration on your mouse. Have fun with that. And by the way, that's still better than what a controller gets. We have to use acceleration, and we're still at a disadvantage.
I also saw a lot of people saying that Apex is a movement game and you guys are banning movements such as B-hopping heals. First of all, B-hopping heals should have never been allowed.
wasn't-
You're healing because you got fucked up. You should not be allowed to be bouncing like a fucking rabbit around a corner because you got caught out of position and your ability on a mouse and keyboard got you around the corner. Number two, the tap strafing thing. Have you guys seen those crazy tap strafing videos where they have it bound to a key where it's like they're up close? Yeah, I get that aim assist up close can be dangerous for like a mouse and keyboard player going up against a controller player, you could literally go like 7 directions in one jump with the mouse and keyboard with the keys. So how were you not able to combat that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now they can't, which is why I think maybe the aim assist should be lowered a little bit. With stronger consoles, Carter, I think maybe that could help. But PS5s are hard to come by, and Xbox.
Really.
Yeah, I think if it was, I think to make everyone happy in the community, not necessarily happy. If you wanted to keep them happy, you can't keep anybody happy. Yeah, you just can't do it.
You
but
can't
if you
please
want
the
to
entire
achieve,
community.
if you want to achieve something, I say if you just did 0.4 across the board, that might help out.
I honestly really don't see aim assist being that heavy in Apex. The only time I get
compared to other shooters, it's not as bad.
The only time I get heavy drag in Apex is if there's a dude who's down in front of me, and it just drag. I will be looking straight, and a guy who's down walks past me, and it just drags my aim. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Like,
too. Actually,
stop putting me
Aim
on
assist
that.
has made me lose.
I was just about to
worst
say the same
scenarios.
thing. Yeah.
So if there's a downed player, like a down opponent that you're shooting at, and there's somebody standing up, and you're trying to hit the dude standing up, good fucking luck. It is so hard to hit somebody with aim assist on that's standing behind their own teammate.
I will say this: if you are a mouse and keyboard player and you're looking to for ways to combat aim assist, go behind a downed teammate, because every single time on aim assist, it'll kind of try to pull you down to the downed person, and
It pulls you to the closest
It'll
one.
pull you, and then that's the shitty part. Or if you're ever trying to punch
Oh my God.
shoot a mirage, it'll automatically attach itself almost to one of the drones, and then you kind of have to move it across, and you've already lost valuable time at that point.
Honestly, if you really want to fuck up a controller player, just punch them in general.
Yeah.
It fucks. It's so hard to reset your aim after this.
You
with the
also
stun and
are
everything like that.
somehow
Like,
turned around after a punch too.
half the time, yeah.
It's
Crazy.
horrible.
But like, if you want to disorient a controller player like no other, just punch him.
Or just jump over him, or literally just move.
Is it crazy to say that I still think mouse and keyboard players still have like a massive advantage
They do.
over
What do you
controller
mean?
players?
Well, I
That's
saw-
crazy. That is a thing.
There's 2 tweets that I saw today that I was like, these mouse and keyboard players need to shut the fuck up. It's like, one was like, if aim assist is so crazy, why do mouse and keyboard players get more chances to be in the pros than any controller player ever does?
'Cause there's a higher ceiling.
Exactly. So like the mouse and keyboard players are like just a billion times better, and the controller players are like struggling to get into like the esports scene because it's so much harder to play on a controller.
Yeah.
Like what differentiates like a really good controller player and a shitty controller player is a good controller player can shoot somebody at range. A shitty controller player just relies on aim assist up close and to win fights. But if you can shoot at long range and win up close fights, that makes you a pro.
Well,
If you-
also the movement alone.
Movement
well,
is
yeah,
huge.
plus the movement.
I
is
mean,
huge.
like controller, you're going to for the average part aim is pretty much. I mean, you can have average aim and you can still win fights. It literally just comes down to movement for most games.
I was really surprised that they did this move. I thought it was crazy, but like I said, I still think mouse and keyboard has a massive advantage
I mean,
on pretty much everything. Even I would even say like up close, maybe I give it to controller, only with shotguns. That's the only weapon I
No,
would
there's
give
some
it.
guns
dude.
that shit on console, and that's what I hate.
whoa.
Either the
Oh, I
frames
mean,
and
console has guns. I mean, like
Or
the
not console,
Prowler.
I'm sorry, controller.
I mean, the Prowler shits on any mouse and keyboard player if you're a controller player.
Because then I can't use those weapons because I'm just like, you only won because you're on controller. Like, no, you literally shot me once. Like, come on, like, be better.
couple things real fast. One, you mentioned them banning I'm gonna use the term ban. They ban the certain movement mechanics in this game. It's only been 2. The 2 movement mechanics that they did ban were 2 that were never intended to be in the game to begin with. Players found them unintentionally and exploited them, and that's what caused them to be banned. They were not something that was easily done by all parties or as easily done on all different formats, and because of that, due to the hardware that was available to each platform, they were banned. So it's not an issue of software, is it balanced within the game itself? It's an issue of the hardware of, even if this is a balanced thing, not everybody in our player base can use it. And we're not going to ban something on all games that have controller players and not on mouse and keyboard as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like mouse and keyboard, I don't give a fuck. Tap strafe all you want. Go right ahead. Your aim, you can move quicker, you can adjust quicker, you can 360 be like 3 times faster than most controller players ever will. Mm-hmm. Like you can adjust for that. Players on console, controller, all that kind of stuff, they have aim assist because they lack the ability on those controllers to be able to do that.
Yeah. And I get that this is shitty, like I guess from a movement perspective, but it's really not, because wall jumping is still very accessible for mouse and keyboard players, whereas controller, there's certain spots you can do it. Not a whole lot, and it's really hard to pull off in a gunfight, especially with the aim assist kind of pulling you sometimes. So I would say, I mean, mouse and keyboard, you still have an incredible range of movement if you can master it, especially with those wall jumps. And you see these content creators and streamers doing them all the time, and it's very successful.
Don't forget about the zipline jumps too and all that kind of shit.
Yes, with Pathfinder and stuff like that.
If they're really wanting to not have to deal with aim assist, dude, play a smoke. Mm-hmm. Play a smoke legend, because smoke immediately cuts out the aim assist.
It does?
Yeah, you can't. You don't have any aim assist through a Bangalore or a Costa.
Even if you're Bang?
Yeah, you don't have aim assist through it.
You don't have aim assist through it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I need to stop playing Bang.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, sometimes like I will actually go and turn off aim assist on my game.
Okay,
I used to go and turn it off when it was an option.
But for tap strafing, I honestly don't have a problem with it.
Mm-hmm. I never did either. I'm kind of surprised they did it.
Yeah, I honestly don't think it makes...
I think it was more for the highest ranks.
Well, it's...
Like, do I care about it? No. Does it happen to me? Mate, I have no idea.
And really, if you saw, the people who had the most like outlandish opinions were the people who played the game the most.
I think it's the highest ranks, because tap strafing, okay, let's be real, it's not a easy mechanic to do just on its own. And tap strafing mid-fight is even more difficult.
I love skill movement.
And it is a skill movement, without a doubt.
But the only thing is, it's not
a skill movement that is accessible to everybody who plays this game.
Like, I wish I could do that.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, I love the quote from Respawn. What was the first part of the tweet? Because it doesn't offer the ability for counterplay or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Bro, Sear's in the fucking game. Fuck off with that shit. What the hell?
Yeah.
You can't counter. It's like,
you can't counter a scan.
Sear is over here.
Yeah, you can't counter a tap strafe either, fucker. You
Yeah.
ban that shit.
No, definitely. But here's what we've known Respawn to do. We've known Respawn to make massive changes in their game and then either tone it back or completely reverse it when they realize that they messed up in making it. So, if you're a mouse and keyboard player who's absolutely losing their mind, like, fuck, this is awful, remember, Season 6, we had no shields, at all, and they were able to reverse it in a few weeks, okay? Like, and then what happened, there was something that happened, Sear. This season, Sear was obviously way too strong. They realized it. They heard the community. They fixed it. So tap strafing, even though it's gone for now, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it make somewhat of a small return. Maybe it's nerfed to an extent. Maybe they bring down aim assist along with it. Who knows what they're gonna do? But I could see Respawn coming back and being like, okay, we made this change, but we also realize that this needs to be changed. So don't lose complete hope, okay? Because there's still plenty of things that can happen.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, they got rid of bunny hopping, but you can still kind of bunny hop with Octane.
Yeah.
So it's like they didn't entirely get rid of it. It's like exclusively for like a certain character or things like that.
Like, and honestly, Octane might still be able to tap strafe if done properly.
Yeah.
Or like Horizon, because she has more time in the air or whatever.
Whatever it is, but like there's still going to be great movement in this game. People are acting like the game's going to die because of this.
It's dead.
People are saying within a year, all major content creators and streamers will leave. Dude, I'm going to be real. Within a year, the game might be through Season 12 already. We might have the final legend given out. Like, Titanfall 3 might be coming already anyway. Like, they probably don't give a shit if you're gone after that.
Yeah, at that point, it's like they've made their money. Technically, they've already made their money. But they're gonna have Halo that's coming out. They're gonna have another Call of Duty. They're gonna have a lot of competition at that point. Plus, they're probably already working on Titanfall 3.
Yeah.
So,
there's
whatever.
There's so much going into that. Like, I forget who said. I think it was Sweet. I think Sweet actually tweeted it, but he was saying like that all the pro players, all PC players would be leaving. That it was going to be predominantly controller players from here on out. Mm-hmm. Like it's going to be fading more towards that direction. I don't see that happening.
I would argue that that's already been the case. Like I understand
like
there's a lot of PC players, but think about the accessibility of a PC alone. I would argue that there's already a lot of controller players.
The initial cost of getting a PC, to getting a PC that can effectively run Apex Legends, is far greater than it is to get either of the two major consoles that are out right now.
Yeah, exactly. But what do you guys think of the whole situation? How do you guys feel about the tap strafing situation? Do you feel like this was something that needed to be changed, or do you think that this was something that was completely ridiculous and there's no reason it should have ever been taken out of the game? How do you feel about it? And make sure you say if you're a mouse keyboard player or a controller player. I just want to know. But we're going to move on into the Grab My Bachelor segment of the show. If you're a mouse and keyboard player, please hold off on Sui season. Just hold off on it. Give it a few weeks. See what Respawn decides to do. Okay? They might turn down the aim assist. They might give it right back to you. Give it some time. Sui season can wait. Okay? Wait a second. Cool off. Sui season? Suicide season.
Okay.
Hold off. Just wait. Calm down. Relax. Take a deep breath. Relax. Feel the air rush through you. Come back out, okay? You'll be fine.
Unbutton some buttons on your shirt.
Yes.
Unbutton some buttons on your shirt. All right, so what do you guys think about tap strafing? Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's not fair? Send us a DM. Send us a Discord message. Send us an Instagram message, whatever you think. And make sure you let us know if you play mouse and keyboard or if you play controller. We want to know what you guys think about tap strafing. Honestly, I think the consensus at the table was tap strafing, we really didn't think or have any idea that it was on the horizon to be taken away. But now that it is taken away, it's an interesting topic of discussion. So let me know what you guys think. We're going to head into the Grab My Bachelor segment of the show, and we will see you guys on the other side. Love. The universal language. For some, love comes easy.
Could she be the one?
But for others, love doesn't come easy.
Sometimes, I don't think I'll ever find love.
Follow us as we take one man through his journey.
I just want to find the one.
To find eternal and everlasting love.
I'm just tired of being in this bed alone.
There will be some highs.
I like long walks on the beach.
And some lows.
Oh, I got a text. It's not from her, though.
But in the end, we hope to find love.
I just want a girl that completes me.
Welcome to Grab My Bachelor. All right, welcome back to Grab My Bachelor. And this is going to be a therapeutic version of Grab My Bachelor because Kyle has a lesson that he learned. And he learned it the hard way. But the good thing about lessons is that lessons come at a time right before you actually need to put them into use. And Kyle learned his lesson. Kyle, that lesson was ever since you went and saw the Panda Express girl, you've gone to Panda Express multiple times, even multiple times in one day.
Went twice. I took Brian's advice and went twice in one day.
And she still has not shown up.
There
she
times.
has never come back.
Not my advice. That was this guy over here.
Which is fine. Which is totally fine.
Advice.
I would have told him the same thing.
The orange chicken?
I would have told him the same thing.
The double orange chicken? Did you get double orange chicken?
No.
She's never come back. And we've tried different days. We've tried different times.
Have
but
you tried different locations? Maybe she was filling in.
It's the same. She works at the same location, dog.
Even if
How do you know?
Even if she doesn't, even if she doesn't, Kyle's not going to go drive to another.
I'm not driving to like 9 different.
Do we
Panda
give up?
Expresses.
Honestly,
well, that's
what's
what I'm
the
saying.
point?
This is the lesson learned here: is that
Never
life,
like a girl.
Life, that could be a lesson. Only like men. No, that could be a lesson. But the lesson here is, Kyle, when life gives you an opportunity
You need to take
as
it.
scary as it is, as nerve-wracking as it is, and as like so uncharted as it can be, you just got to do it. And even if you fall flat on your face, you're going to learn something along the way. And poor Panda Express girl, she could have met you. She could have met Kyle. And unfortunately, she did want to meet you, but you just didn't take the bait there.
Yeah, thinking back, I really shot myself in the foot.
Yeah.
But
that's fear.
Now I've learned my lesson, and now I just there was also like some guy in our Discord was like, "Hey, if you don't even ask, the answer's already no." And I was like, "You know what? You're fucking right, bro."
It seems like such a simple like advice, but it's really true though.
Kyle, say that statement again, but say it louder.
If you don't ask, the answer is already no.
It's so simple.
I love that statement.
It's so simple, but it's so true. It's like the simplest statement
It
of all
makes me
time.
want to.
Get out there.
Actually, you mean actually ask for a number or anything along those lines?
Should we switch Grab My Bachelor to Carter?
I don't need to ask your number.
I was like, Schmalz has never asked for a number. He just gets them.
But Kyle,
Yeah.
valuable life lesson learned here. The good thing is, or not the good thing, the important thing is, don't dwell on this. Don't like think about it all night or whatever. But
learn.
it's a learned lesson here that
Definitely.
you just next time when you hear a friend and a girl has obviously said goodbye to you twice, trying to keep you there, and the friend is like, say something to him, maybe just turn around, give a look, or
Give her the number.
just be like, did you say something? You know,
Like, you need to say something to me?
something
Don't-
simple.
what?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
You need to
you need to
you
say
need
something
to
to
say
me?
something to me.
Shit to me? Like, what
Say
the
it.
fuck's up?
say it to my
Why did you
chest.
say to my face?
Say to my chest.
Just immediately start trying to pick a fight.
But yeah, so life lesson learned. I think we can all say that the life lesson was learned.
Yes.
Carter had an interesting topic of discussion for Grab My Bachelor this week. Carter, ask the question you asked before the show.
All right. If you're going on a date, not even a date, just like getting food with your, I don't know, date. Actually, it is.
Is it,
a
yeah,
date.
like a date.
It
so
is
it
a
could
date.
be like your date, your
significant
girlfriend, your
other.
fiance, maybe
your
a
SO.
yeah, whatever. Significant other.
If you're in like a half booth, and they choose to sit on the booth side, do you sit across from them in the chair, or do you just sit next to them?
On the booth.
So you are next to them.
Yeah. Well,
No.
I feel like you should be in the opposite. I like always being in the opposite because I like staring at my significant other. But if we're like,
Not creepy.
Well, no, I
I mean,
like
I
eye
just like looking at
contact. Eye contact is good, but we are also going into more of like a love language. Are you more of like a physical touch person where you're closer to them and you feel closer to them? You feel this more of like a more intimate like lunch or dinner date?
I would also say this. Let's say, for instance, not the booth thing, because I think the booth thing can get confusing, because I think a lot of people would rather sit on a booth than like a chair. But let's say, for instance, you had equal chair, whatever it is.
You have two
on
booths.
both sides.
You
Yeah,
have
you
two
have
booths.
You have
booths
a,
or
you have a booth
two
on,
chairs.
Full booth. Yeah,
Yeah.
full booth.
Are you picking across or sitting next to them?
I think it's weird when you sit next to them, if I'm being honest.
I 100% disagree.
Dude,
I
I-
love sitting next
I
to
can't
them.
stand it.
Really?
Dude, I won't do it.
You can't stand it. How about you sit it?
I still wouldn't do it. I won't do it. It won't fucking happen. I'll get up and go to the other side.
Dude, what makes it weird for you?
It's just one of those things. Like, I enjoy the conversation, and me having my food in front of me, and the conversation to, like, we'll say the left of me.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, dude, I'm not that good of a multitasker.
Yeah.
I'm gonna want to enjoy talking to them, which means I'm gonna let my food like get cold,
What
and I don't
if-
want to do that. I want to enjoy both at the same time. It's part of the date.
What if you're at sushi? We do this, Wyatt, where we get like we order like 3 rolls and we share rolls.
Then I'd sit across.
But
So
like
I-
you can still, I mean, you can do it.
I mean,
sitting next to each other.
Ange and I will go to the sushi bar down the street, and we'll sit at the bar itself, and we sit next to each other. Same as sitting at a bar with somebody. But the difference is when you're sitting in a chair and not a booth specifically, you can turn to look towards the person a bit more.
Yeah.
And that's fine with me. But the booth itself is so restricting on that I just don't like to do it.
I would also say that, at least for me personally, the way I conversate inside of like a restaurant or like a bar is it's not conventional. It's not like I'm looking at you and being like, so how was your day? And I'm like contently looking at somebody. When I'm in a bar setting or a restaurant setting, I'm kind of giving just quick little thoughts or quick little observations where I can just turn my head real quick, say something, and then go back, turn my head, say something, and then go back. That's the way I am in any sort of like restaurant setting. So I think that's why I've always enjoyed sitting next to the person I'm with and talking to them like that, because like if I really want to have a full-on conversation with you, I won't do it at like a restaurant or like a bar or something like that. I'll do it at home or something like that, I guess.
I think the only way I would sit on the same side booth as you is if the TV's in the opposite direction and there's something on the TV that I want to watch while
Like-
we're sitting and having dinner together.
Yeah, but you don't do that ever on like a first date or anything. All this stuff
No.
is past first date.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is-
yeah.
it
Never-
is not
On
first
first
date.
date, you have to sit across
Yeah.
from them.
First
So-
date? Okay, listen. That's
This
like
is
you're
you're
not sitting
comfortable
next
with
to
the
them on
person.
the first date. That's fucking weird.
If you were able to pull that off on a first date and you actually like got into a relationship with a person, DM us and let us know, because I would love to hear how that went.
Dude, that
Dude,
sounds fucking awkward.
It has to
Yeah.
be two people that are incredibly into each other.
Before
to say
the
least.
date.
Yeah, before the date, for one. And two, both of them have to be perfectly comfortable with physical touch and physical affection and things like
But-
that.
Yeah.
Because it is somewhat, me sitting across from you like this,
Yeah.
compared to if I were to sit right up next to Schmoz over here,
How you
that's
doing,
a
Brian?
lot. Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Ooh, do you work out today?
Yesterday.
Oh, that's hot.
That's
Can I get your number?
It's the fucking shirt.
Look at
See,
that.
Brian got a
Oh,
number
oh,
because of the
you
shirt.
already have it.
Okay, well, let me have my moment, please. But, okay, if you're on a double date,
Yeah.
are you sitting on the same side?
If you're on a double date, I'm sitting on the same side.
So there you go.
But if
My
I'm
point-
sitting,
my point.
I'll sit on the same side during a double date. But during a double date, it's not as much about the conversation between the two of you as it is the conversation between
Four.
I'm assuming the four, unless there's more.
Yeah.
Well, that would be like a triple date.
Yeah, or it could be like a.
See, usually
you
double
know,
means two.
What if they're a throuple?
I actually kind of like the double date sitting on the same side as the other. Say, for instance, it's two guys, two girls. One guy dating one girl, one guy dating the other girl. I kind of like sitting on the same side as the guy and having the girls on the opposite side. So if there's ever like a lull in the conversation, you can kind of speak over, talk to your friend. They can talk to theirs.
So what I normally do is I will sit on the same side. So if it's a booth setting, I sit on the same booth as Ange, but I will sit across from the other guy. So me and the guy are normally having a conversation the whole time, and then we include the others into it, and they do the same
L.
back and forth.
Yeah.
We do
That's the L
you got the
strat.
L
and you
strat,
bring
yeah.
that in. And for me, that's always been the most effective and the easiest to manage, while also the most entertaining for all parties.
Okay.
So
Do
that's my
you-
strat for that,
would
for the double date.
Would you text someone prior
To what?
to
To
like
ask?
Yeah. How do you go about it?
I feel like that
You
would
just
be
make the
fucking
move.
weird.
No. At some point,
At some point, you have
you
to.
you just have to make the decision, and you just do it. So you do what you're comfortable with, because when you're going to be comfortable, you're
What
going to
if
be.
I-
So,
What if I text them and be like, "Hey, do you like sitting next to me or across from me?"
That's. I
I'm
mean,
taking
that's
your
so
phone.
weird.
That's what's going to happen.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
I think anybody who cares enough will make a mention of it when you guys sit down. So like if
Yeah,
you
I-
sit next to them, I had a girlfriend at one time who I would sit next to her, and then she would be like, "I don't want to sit next to you. I want to sit across from you so I can see you." And I would have to get up every single time, but I would always try it just because that's how I like to do things. But they would just say something like, "Sit across from me." Like, "Why are you sitting here?" And then I'd sit across, and it was fine. You know, like it's never like an awkward thing. I don't think. It's everything in life is only awkward if you make it awkward.
Yeah.
For the most part.
If you like I was saying, if you just pick a side and sit down, obviously you can do whatever you want. You can let them sit down first and choose their side, all that kind of stuff. But if you choose to sit on the other side, that's not. I feel like sitting directly next to them is more out of the norm than it is sitting across.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like sitting next to them, like you mentioned, they might ask for you to sit across from them. But if you sit across from them, they're never going to be like, come
sit
sit
next to me,
Come sit
yeah.
next to me. And if they do, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's always the better go-to to sit across than it is to sit right next to them.
I think if you're questioning yourself and you have to make a first move, always go across, and then things can be changed in
After
between
the
there.
fact,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
You're
what-
like, I don't know what to get. Oh, let me help you look at the
No.
menu.
Now here's the tricky
Go
one.
across.
The U-shaped booth
Oh,
and
damn.
the L-shaped booths. How far do you go
You
into
go
the back?
straight down the middle.
I don't care who I'm with. It could be the fucking Queen of England. I'm trying to get an end seat so I can get up and go to the bathroom because I don't know about you guys, but I drink so much at any restaurant, whether it's soda, water, beer, whatever. I'm a bigger drinker than I am an eater. I love drinking things. Like, I will go through sodas all day. I will go
putting
through
things in my
beers all
mouth
day.
and swallow.
I just love swallowing. Swallowing is one of my specialties, and I swallow all the time. I'm talking about liquids. And so that's what I want to do. So I'm trying to get a seat on the end of the U shape so I can go to the bathroom as many times as I can.
Okay, so
Are you taking company?
I'm not a public bathroom person.
I wouldn't be opposed.
I mean, if we're in the U-shaped booth, I'm trying to get as close to the far back as possible.
Like if it's just the two of you, are you each sitting at the edge of the booth facing each other? Are you both sitting right next to each other where you're on the edge of the booth? Because you said you like the edge of the booth. I feel like everyone, for the most part, agrees with that. Except for this fucking jagaloon over here.
If I'm U-shape and she's not sitting next to me, I feel weird.
Or do you, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like it feels further apart. If it's U-shape and you have a mile and a half of bench between the two of you, even if you're right across from each other, it feels weird.
Yeah.
So normally what I'll do is I'll scoot towards the back of the booth, like Kyle mentioned.
Yes.
But only as close as they will. So if they go 3/4 of the way on their half, I'm going to go 3/4 of the way on my half.
And then you say, damn, this is a you booth, but all I'm missing is you. And then you get closer.
And then you make out and have sex.
So listen, if we're in the U booth,
bro,
and we're not close enough to play
I'm
footsies,
never saying that line.
What? Come
Bro.
on, please. Come on.
Dude, say the line.
What I'm going to say
Please.
is I can't believe they forgot the S in the us booth.
Brian, that was somehow
So
worse than Carter.
Dude, I know. That's the greatest part.
That's
I was
the
like,
best one.
suh? What's that?
No, dude.
booth?
She's like counting.
Listen.
She's counting letters on her fingers.
I want it to be so
Nadamaka?
bad that they listen and they go, I'm so perplexed. How the fuck did that come out of your head?
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that.
It's like, hey, ladies, if you have...
Anyway, so sex is fun. Kyle, let's close out Grab My Bachelor with just a quick little thing before, so people have an update. Is it time to end the Panda Express experiment?
Yeah, I'm not going to go back 7 days a week again.
Yeah. How tired of you are? How tired are you of Panda Express?
I'm not. Panda Express is actually one of the very few fast food restaurants that could probably eat almost every single day.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Okay.
It used to be Taco Bell, but I got tired of Taco Bell because
Their menu.
They got rid of the quesarito.
Yeah,
and
their
then
menu's
it went downhill
absolutely
from there.
fucked.
So just saying, Kyle.
Yeah.
You don't have to go back to Panda Express. But if you do run into Panda Express, and there happens to be a certain Panda Express girl in there,
Yes.
are you still gonna? Have you learned the lesson to make a move?
If she recognizes me, yes.
Even if she doesn't, because you know she was interested before, she's gonna be interested now.
I don't remember what she looks like, to be honest.
You don't remember
hazel
those
eyes?
luscious
You don't
eyes?
remember those eyes, bro?
Those
I remember the
beautiful
eyes. That's what I
hazel
mean.
eyes.
I
like we're
remember
not-
the eyes. I wasn't even there.
You act like we're not in COVID season, where all you're gonna see is the fucking eyes.
You're gonna know the eyes, dude.
What
You're
about the
gonna know
eyes?
The thing is, if you recognize her,
Okay.
are you gonna make a move?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay, in that case, wear that shirt every time you go to fucking
There you
Panda
go.
Express.
Leave
That's
the
a fly
buttons
ass
on
shirt.
there.
Leave the
Yeah.
buttons undone.
Buttons
Yeah.
undone,
Leave
everything.
the buttons undone.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we're gonna head into the gambling segment of the show, and we will see you guys on the other side. All right, here we are, gambling time, and this was collectively a bad week here for everybody at the table except for Brian. Brian actually had a fantastic week. It was a great week to bet on Brian. It was a great week to be Brian as he was playing. Brian, how does it feel for the first time to kind of get out of this valley that you've been in for so long and reach the mountaintop?
Well, this is not the mountaintop. This is the foothills.
I'm
This
stoked.
wasn't
This
even
is
the
probably-
valley. He
this
was
is-
literally in a hole, and he
Dude,
got halfway out of the hole.
Listen, I
Brian,
found a
you
valley
think you
and
can
I
go
dug
higher
down.
than this?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Brian,
Bro, I
really?
just found the Rampage. Me and the Rampage are still getting acquainted.
Okay.
This gun is borderline workhorse, borderline punk ass.
Okay.
If it didn't take a thermite to get it to that point, it would definitely be so.
Okay. All right. So Brian did great. He went 17 for 26 this week. 65% of his bets, but the rest of us boys at this table, we all sucked a fat one. and it's unfortunate. Kyle with a whopping 33% win percentage, me with a 37% win percentage, and Schmozzy with a 45% win percentage, all
That's
below
pretty good.
50%. Not good at all.
Well, except for me.
Except for Brian.
I
Like
played good,
we
so I'm
had
happy
stated.
with
Yeah,
myself.
I played all right. Actually, I
Mm.
think everybody here played pretty.
I just want to throw it out
Wait,
there.
wait.
I had 2 bad games.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to take a guess who I played those 2 bad games with?
Is it the guy who played
I think it's. I don't know if they cracked 100 this week.
the worst at this table?
What was it?
Oh man, the worst at the table.
Hold
Was
on.
it Wyatt?
No, it's not
must be
Wyatt.
No,
Carter.
it actually wasn't me.
Was
it's not
it
Wyatt.
me?
It's not you.
No, it was not
no,
you.
it wasn't you.
I
You had,
know
you had
I
a
know,
great
yeah,
week.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
had a
not-
great
I
week.
Wait,
cracked
so
100.
And
Ryan,
I cracked 100.
Wyatt,
Total.
me.
Hold on, let me decipher this first
We
grade.
have another
handwriting.
person here.
Oh, it looks like Kyle.
Oh.
Guys, it was fucking Kyle.
Oh shit!
Oh shit,
Wasn't
bro.
he talking
right here,
shit last
bitch.
week?
Yeah, he was.
Um,
Kyle did not have a great week this
Kyle.
week. Total offense was sub 100. It was sitting at 85.
It was a tough week.
It was he had 8 wins, but we have to scratch one of those wins because you guys deemed it punk ass. So really he only got 7 wins.
Oh.
So honestly, I should get that money back for the bet, but I
fuck
won't get it. I'm just saying if you deem it punk ass,
So-
you can't take the win. Can't take the
So
win for that.
my question is, I'm curious what happened in it. Kyle, how did this happen? Did you revert back to the old Overwatch days where we're telling you don't push 20 times and you continue to push? Is that what happened?
Well,
Because we've seen little flashes of that lately.
Well, Brian, I can give you an accurate description here. There
Oh.
were 1, 2, 3 0 games,
Oh,
0 kills, 0 knock. Actually, one of them he had 1 knock, but almost
well.
triple zeros across the board. Some assists in there,
Kyle.
but that's not good. That's not going to get you over 100.
So, Kyle, 1,
Yes.
2, 3. I see 3 games with 0 kills.
yes.
You got Goose 3 times.
He got goose.
You got
Damn.
Goose 3 times. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 games with 0 assist and 2 more games with only 1 assist.
I could cook eggs with all those fucking zeros up on the board. All those eggs.
I
up
see 2 games with 0 knocks and 1 game with 1 knock.
there. Not good.
Mind
it wasn't
you,
good.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, Kyle.
But-
That's
It was a struggling week. I was finding my stride.
Kyle's worst week was almost 30
So-
points more than Brian's.
so. Did you question?
That's a
Question.
spin zone.
Why? Quick question.
yes.
Did you
yes.
play all of Kyle's games with Kyle?
Close to.
Most of
So,
them.
question. Can you vouch for me when I say he's fucking heavy sometimes?
Sometimes he can be, but here's the other thing. I had
That's
Carter.
why.
Okay, Kyle's issue, like we talked about before the show, is Kyle likes to switch legends during his games. Which I don't care if we're playing arenas and he switches legends without playing our games. But Kyle has legends that he's very good at, but he switches off of them during a session where we're recording our games. He played, I think all of these zeros were Valk games because he had some awful Valk games. Just atrocious. If he plays Bloodhound or Octane, he's fine.
Let me defend myself here.
Okay.
This week I was just trying out characters because I wanted to figure out like a good 4 that I like playing and just stick with those 4 and get really good with them. And I already had Revenant and Octane as 2, and then I was trying to figure out the other 2 that I wanted to play.
Which makes
were?
sense, except you're
During your
playing
games.
with 2 other people, so you're going to get the legend you want every time.
It's true. Well, no, not every time. I mean, Carter likes playing Octane. So, I mean,
But you're a great Bloodhound.
And Revenant.
but I don't like playing Bloodhound.
Okay, that makes sense. Carter
So,
can play Bloodhound.
Hold on.
Yeah, I played Bloodhound
I have
and
a question.
Loba.
Who are you playing the weeks before?
I
Not
think-
Revenant.
Not Revenant.
Well,
I think it was.
2 weeks ago I played Revenant and I crushed it every single time. So I don't give
Well-
a fuck what you guys say.
Well,
Revenant's
what
bad.
I'm saying is like, weren't you playing Seer quite a bit recently?
Oh, that's the
Well,
And
connection he's making.
didn't Seer take a massive nerf here a minute ago?
Oh, that's
and
the
then your
connection.
lines just coincidentally plummeted. Were you secretly just hard crushing Seer this entire time?
I think when you get used to the passive, after a while, it's kind of hard to go back to normal play.
I would call that punk ass, but we've ruined the punk ass button already.
I mean, I wouldn't call it punk ass.
It's,
we
I don't
ruined
think it's
it.
punk ass. It's
He
just,
took the nerf. He got adjusted.
Yeah, I got a little too used to the passive, and now it
and-
just kind of like fucks with me.
I also, the passive, the scan, the stun.
I don't.
I think you missed almost all of your
I
lines.
missed every line.
No, you hit your
because he hit his wins.
you hit your win line.
Well, that's good.
I
That's a
wonder
good
how.
one.
You hit your
Yeah.
win line. I think
I think I hit my rounds one. but
I
I'm
think
not
you hit your wins in rounds 1, and I think you literally whiffed every other line that you had.
sure. Yes.
Yeah, that's it. You hit your wins in rounds 1, I believe, and you whiffed every other line. Jay-Z will obviously double check me on that. I don't have the actual lines from last week in front of me, but I'm pretty sure those are the 2 stats you hit. And yeah, Kyle, I'm going to be real. I had to make that adjustment for this upcoming week.
Yep.
Your totals did go down a bit,
I saw that.
and Schmaz, yours went
What's
down
up?
a bit.
What? No, they did not. They went up.
Duh.
The categories that I care about went up.
So I was like, you went up and down. You probably averaged out close to the same, but you went up and down. Wyatt, you went down. Just flat out, you went down. Not much, but some. And Shmaz, you still have the highest lines at the table. Don't trip. And then mine went up quite a bit because I fucking tore it up this week.
Well, I mean, those lobbies.
Yeah, no, those lobbies, but I also played it in ranked instead because I wanted to play against lobbies that weren't absolutely dog shit. Because I didn't want to play the lobbies.
Don't you usually do better in dog shit lobbies?
Yeah, but I didn't want to play in those dog shit lobbies.
You don't want to play. What?
No, I don't want to fucking easy cop out. I played my shit in ranked.
Oh, I don't want to go in on this.
Bro, listen, dude. I wanted a challenge. I stepped up
You
to the
had
challenge.
a challenge the other week and you didn't do well.
But I did this week. I stepped up to it. I owned up to it, and I dominated it.
Maybe because your actually lobby level was lower than social.
My rank level,
I'm just saying, like
My-
your social lobbies is a
Like
higher rank.
my pubs are a higher rank than my ranked.
Yeah.
I don't think so. The team coordination is a lot higher in ranked for the opposing teams. Like I was actually having to communicate and talk and work with
I
my
don't
teams
use
this week.
comms.
So
I figured
I
out
wasn't
that I
talking,
had comms
okay.
disabled.
I wasn't okay. So do I. I was typing. I wasn't actually doing it. Typing, pinging. You can pretty much communicate everything you need to in this game off the ping system.
I don't use any volume. No game volume at all.
I fucking hate.
All eyes.
I hate you sometimes.
Yeah, it's also in black and white, and
My monitor is off.
his monitor's off.
Yeah.
His controller's in braille. It's not even in.
That I'm not a team player.
You're not.
But I had more assists than you.
You also played better players than I did.
I played less rounds than you.
That's fair. This week. Last week I only played like. We don't talk about last week. Why are you bringing up the past, bro? Why are you bringing up the past?
You're the one that
I
brought
got
it
6
up.
kills in the first half.
All right, let's get into the lines. Let's start off with me at the top here. We've got total kills at 46.5, halves at 23. Total assists at 16, halves at 8. Total knocks at 60, halves at 30. Total rounds won at 30, halves at 15. Total offense at 126, halves at 63. Total wins at 8, halves at 4. And total perfect games at 3.5, halves at 2. We move on to Kyle. Total kills at 38, halves at 19. Total assists at 23, halves at 11.5. Total knocks at 43, halves at 21.5. Total rounds won at 28, halves at 14. Total offense at 104, halves at 52. Total wins at 7.5, halves at 4. And total perfect games at 1.5, halves at 1. Schmaz. Total kills at 42, halves at 21. Total assists at 32, halves at 16. Total knocks at 58, halves at 29. Total rounds won at 33, halves at 16.5. Total offense at 132, halves at 66. Total wins at 9, halves at 4.5. And total perfect games at 4, halves at 2. We move on to Brian. Total kills at 24, halves at 12. Total assists at 20, halves at 10. Total knocks at 48, halves at 24. Total rounds won at 24, halves at 12. Total offense at 89, halves at 45. And total wins at 6.5, halves at 3.5. Finishing it off with perfect games, total at 1, halves at 0.5.
So real fast, Kyle, as I'm looking at these lines, there's a standout to me. Actually, there's a lot of standout to me, and it's on yours because I know that you can be a lot better than what you played this week. So your kill line at 38, how does that feel?
It's probably going to be easy. Probably smoke it.
Okay, so under on Kyle.
Yeah, that didn't make me.
That didn't make me confident. The way you said that actually made me less confident in you.
It's all right.
The way you said that. So
I'm glad you're going to do that. So that way when I smoke it this week, I can
hope
totally
you
make
do.
lose.
For your sake, I hope you do. Wyatt, 3.5 perfect games.
So this week I only had 4 because
4.
I had to rush, and there were 2 games where the other team only had 2 players. So I counted those games. So odds are on the perfect games that it's not. If I have time, I'm not going to be counting 2 people games because I'd rather get more kills. So I had to kind of take the L on those. Theoretically speaking, I took the win, but it was not
I know.
people.
Yeah, I know what you mean on that. You had to take the game that you wish you didn't have to take.
Yeah.
That's fair. Schmaz, there's another really high perfect games on here, which is 4. 4 perfect games. That's a lot of perfect games, dude.
It is a lot.
That's a lot.
It's not like I can. It's really hard to force a perfect game.
It's solo queue.
And yeah, it's a lot of solo queue, so it's very iffy. The only thing is, if I do have another high perfect kill games, my kills and knocks go down.
Yep, because you're not getting as many rounds to be able to do those stats. Which, if I'm betting that, so it makes sense that if I'm betting under on your total perfect games, that I'm probably going to be betting over on one of your other lines that I think you'll hit.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a safe assessment there.
I agree.
Last thing I'm going to look at is Kyle, total offense. You can do better than that, right?
Sure fucking hope so.
I fucking hope so too, buddy. 'Cause
if I don't hit 104 this week, it's going to be tough.
bro, you don't hit 100. Bro, if you don't crack 100 again, I'm letting you know, like...
I'm going to say this, too. Schmaz's total offense is sitting at 132, and we know that Schmaz values wins over offense. And if he's going for swift wins, the offense is going to take a hit. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
It already took a hit this week. That's the highest. Schmaz's highest total offense was 134, and that was before he was going for wins after we called him out. He went for wins last week. Total offense suffered because of it, but he got the wins.
It really didn't suffer that
But
much.
the issue is, if we all take Schmaz total offense under, then he's going to go for offense and not for wins. So the best way to do it
with Schmaz, you said 121 total offense.
Yeah. No, 132.
You said 132. Even a bad week from was 121.
Yeah.
Like, that's not too much of a difference.
But
there.
the best way to make Schmaz absolutely stressed out is if we all take both on the under, the wins and the total offense.
Hold on.
That's the only way that we stress this dude out.
See, the thing, okay.
Rounds.
Hear me out, though.
Total offense.
It literally only comes down to perfect games. If put me into 5-round games,
No, I bet under on the perfect games for you, too.
that's what I'm saying.
And I bet under on the total
Because
offense.
5 was a lot.
And the wins.
Yeah, because I think on all my perfect games I had like 3 kills, and I was not getting like hella knocks because all my bodies were dying.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying this might be an under week for me, but
Bro, I want you to
see
know
what
I got
happens.
4 bets on you right now, and they're all fucking unders.
That's cool.
Under's weak.
It's honestly, I only have 2 overs on this.
If I had
So
to
far.
take an under that actually I feel like would hit for Schmaz, it would actually be the wins. Not because I think it could go under, because Schmaz has proven that he can win, but hitting that 9 number would at least give me a push. And then I don't have to take the L, because he just gets the push. And
But he got 10 last week.
you got 10?
I got 10 last week,
got
and the
10
week before that I
wins.
got 9.
Okay.
That's why I was like, that's tough. I almost put it 9.5.
Okay. Yeah, that would have made it difficult.
And I should have won 11.
Damn. Okay.
Well, actually, I should have actually won all of them.
Well, I guess if lightning
Very confident in himself.
if lightning strikes twice, then I won't go after it the third time. I feel like Schmaz is somebody you might want to stay away from, to be honest.
Nah, dude. Unders.
I have 0
Unders.
bets for myself.
I'm gonna go actually.
I don't know what I'm going to do this week.
I might go Knox. 58 Knox is a lot.
Bro, his SPMM is
Okay.
his SPMM is gonna fucking skyrocket this
That-
week.
no,
From
the
all the
Knox-
perfect games that he had and all the wins that he had last week.
But I've only been winning.
It's
That's
gonna,
the thing.
Yeah, but it's gonna your SPMM is going to catch up to you. It's been almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks
I've
now?
been winning before that though. In arenas, my win percentage is insane.
It's
I'm a arena kid.
It's going to get
But
down. Your stats
Why
will
I
level
said
out.
Knox?
58 is a lot.
Last week I had 42 knocks, 40 kills.
Okay.
I got 2 more knocks.
I'm gonna do that then.
That's 58. Really?
I mean, if you want to
That's
talk about
a high ass number.
yeah, if you want to talk Knox on me too, I have 60. I think the
That's
most I
insane.
ever did was like 60, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe like 59.
By the way, that 60 is the average between your past 2 weeks
Really?
for your line. Yep.
Damn. Okay.
That's the average.
I know I can get Knox, but like Carter, if he's going for wins and he's winning games early, he's not getting a shitload of knocks. 58, and then his kill line is 42. So he's literally like,
But that's the thing. I don't think he's winning games early this week. Personally, I don't. Right now with
well,
Schmaz,
if he loses games early,
right now with Schmaz is you're betting that his games go long. If you think Schmaz's SPMM is going to catch him, and he's going to get a lot of games going a lot of rounds, he's going to hit every fucking line he has.
I have a mortal lock.
All right.
I have a bet that literally cannot lose, and I hope you guys have it.
Okay.
I have a
you
bet
know
that
what?
can't. You
I
guys want to
have
hear the
it.
bet?
Who wants? Who
You
wants,
wanna-
who
you wanna
wants to
guess?
get their line
Hold on.
first? Who wants to get their
who's
their
it
card
on?
first?
It's on Brian. It's a lock. When I saw it,
Let me
like
look.
my mouth opened. I was
Is
so
it
surprised.
over?
No, it's an under.
No way.
What?
Okay,
On what
you guys,
is it?
You guys want to hear?
What the
You guys
fuck
want
is
to hear the lock of the
what
century?
the fuck is the under?
You guys want to hear the lock of the century? And
Okay.
this is a no disrespect lock, Brian. I just didn't understand the math behind it.
Oh, yeah, I see what it is. I fucked that up.
Yeah, what is it?
It's the Knox.
Yes, it is.
It was supposed.
Brian's
It was
lock
supposed
of
to
the
be.
century.
It was supposed to be 24 total knocks and 12 each half. And
Yep.
then- yeah, I fucked that. Well, it's on there.
Mortal
Well,
lock.
guys.
Brian's knocks
me.
under. He put 24 kills and put 48 knocks. He would literally have to double his knocks just to get there.
I saw that and I just put under on knocks and I had no idea why.
Yeah.
It just seemed
That is
right.
the lock of the century.
I will
I'm
put
taking it.
over on mine.
The
My
ce-
total knocks.
Jesus.
B, you already started getting your card. Go ahead. Run
Okay,
through it.
I'll
Run-
finish
run
through
through
it.
your-
All right, let's
run
get to
through
the
it.
cards here. So I had the lock that I think is of the century. Brian's total knocks under at 48. His kills are at 24. Even if he gets to like 35, it's not even close. Like it's he would have to absolutely dominate. And if he is able to get that,
Bro,
he has every right
It's the
to
rampage.
shit on
It's
everybody.
the rampage, bro.
Exactly. But I think that's an insane number. So Brian's total knocks under. I also have an over on Brian for perfect games. His perfect games is sitting here at 1. I think he can push that at
I've
least.
had one or less for the past 3 weeks.
You can push that at least, I think, over on perfect games. Then I move over to Kyle, over to the total offense. I think that's an easy number for Kyle to hit, 104. I think he could actually hit 70 in a single half. So I don't think that that's a big issue. I also have my total offense over. Now, I didn't get it this week. I was 2 off. It was 120, and I got 118. I started using the bow. I don't know why. I just really felt like using the bow, and I couldn't get knocks or kills. And then when the game was about to get lost, I would switch over to a different weapon, and then whatever would happen happened. But I was using the bow. I was having some fun. And then, didn't get the total offense that I think I could have gotten because I was trying to use the bow. I think I could easily hit 126. And then my last 2 bets are unders on Schmaz. The perfect games one makes no sense to me. Schmaz, I think, can agree with that. Perfect games are hard to get, especially when you're solo queuing. 4, even if he hits 4, are you going to hit 5? There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. And he, at the worst, I push this. And then the other one I have is the Knox. At his own admission, Schmaz said that the Knox was really high and at 58, and I tend to agree with that. So Knox under on Schmaz.
So did you realize that last week Schmaz had, in one half, he had 3 perfect games, and in that same half he had 6 wins.
It's locked in. I got to leave it. I can't think too much about it. I can't.
Listen, I'm letting you say it's a bad bet. I just want you to know it's a bad bet.
I'm not saying I'm just saying I would be fine with a push. I'd be fine with a lot. If Carter gets 5 perfect games, how are you going to be mad at that? That's like betting the under of Oklahoma State versus Oklahoma. It's probably going to go under because they place the over so high every year. But you got to bet over on it. It's like one of those things you got to do. You just have to do it. When it's that fucking high of a number, you got to bet the under on it.
Yeah.
It's just too high of a number. It's
Kyle.
just a huge-ass number.
Kyle, do you have your lines?
Yes, I got it on my card
All
for
right,
me.
run it through.
So it's an unders week for everybody except for me.
Of course.
So
Shocker.
Yeah, it's a real
Spite
shocker.
bets, right?
They're not really spite bets. It's more like really smart bets because
Mm.
everybody's having an under week except for me.
And me.
Yeah, I've got one over for you.
Told you.
So I got my total offense over, my wins over, and my knocks over. And I've got Brian's total offense over, and I've got Brian's knocks under. And then I have Wyatt's knocks under. I have Wyatt's perfect games under. And then for Carter, I've got his perfect games under, his assists under because I don't think he can do it 2 weeks in a row.
Thank you.
And then one that you guys didn't think about, but I thought was super high was Carter's rounds 1 under because he's got 33, which means he would have to win perfectly 3 rounds every single game
Except
for one.
Last week I won 36 rounds.
Well, we'll see if you can
It's
do it
locked
again.
in.
It's locked.
We'll see if you can do it again.
That's my answer. Anytime somebody tries to come at me with a rebuttal, I just go, it's locked in.
Can't
locked.
change it now.
It's easily so unlockable. I could just be like, oh, okay, I'll change it, but I won't. It's locked in.
Schmaz,
Schmaz your card.
you want to hit your card?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
So for Wyatt, I have over on assists and rounds.
Damn.
I have under for knocks, wins, and perfect games. For Kyle, all overs, kills, knocks, total offense, and perfect games. Brian, I have over on assists and unders on knocks, total offense, and kills.
Damn.
That's it.
You don't have none on yourself?
Nope.
I want you to know when you read the card off like that, that is so hard for me to keep up
You
with.
could get it after.
Sorry.
You're good. I'll get it later.
Brian, your card.
All right, dude. So I've got 11 total bets.
Okay.
All right. I've got starting off with who else can I start off with other than betting an under on fucking Schmaz's wins?
Why?
Bro, you're not getting 9 wins.
Okay.
Just easy. And if you do get 9, I push. You're not getting 10 again. It won't happen. Also, to follow up with that, I have an under on Schmaz's total perfect games because he's just going to have a bad week.
Mm-hmm.
It's time. Schmaz is going to have a bad week. He's going to play like shit. It is what it is.
Yep.
Sorry, Schmaz.
Thanks.
I also have an under on your total offense.
Jesus.
Like I said, bad week across the board. I expect a Kyle week out of you this week. And then just to wrap it up, one last under on you. Total assists. Those are the bets that I have on Schmaz.
You really are just
Earlier
wakening
on-
the beast.
If you think that you're saved on this, Wyatt, don't be.
Earlier
No,
on,
I'm saying
I said
you're
I'm on your
waking up
side.
the beast.
Schmaz
Yes.
is the beast. Oh, okay, well let's get to some overs now. I have an over on my own total offense because that makes sense. I also have an over on my total kills because that also makes sense. Wyatt, I have an over on you. It is your total assists. I actually think that you're going to hit your assist this week.
Okay.
Kyle, I also have an we'll stick with Wyatt just to finish it off because Wyatt, I can't leave you with those high hopes of an over and good favor. Wyatt, I have an under on your total perfect games because there ain't no fucking way you're getting 4 or 3.5 total perfect games. You're not gonna.
If I'm playing full games, then
yeah,
no.
you're not at all. Jumping to Kyle. Kyle, I have an over on you. Your total offense is too low this week. I think you can hit your total offense.
Sure hope so.
That being said, Kyle,
That didn't sound
I
off.
still don't think you're going to hit your fucking kill line. Because you're going to get knocks, and you're going to go down and die.
Facts.
And there's going to be a lot of rounds.
If he plays Valk.
There's going to
Not
be a
playing
lot.
Valk this week.
There's going to be a lot of rounds that you knock 2 people, and your teammates ain't going to follow up, and you're just going to have to go into more rounds.
I found my character's K. I'm not doing that this week.
Okay.
Did you though?
I did.
I would say I don't mind the Valk. Just practice
Shut the
not
fuck.
during
I'm not.
the games.
I'm not
So-
playing Valk.
So
I like Valk. I just don't want it during the games.
I don't like Valk for me. K.
Okay.
It's
All
not
right,
for
that's
me.
fine.
So
Well, you played her like 3 times and got donuts.
Well, there's a reason for that, K.
So I have one more bet, and it is on myself, because if you can't bet on yourself, who are you going to bet on? I bet a over on my total knocks.
Brian.
Because I'm going to fucking slaughter that line, Wyatt.
Brian.
No, you're not.
Bro, 48 knocks, I'm coming for it.
It's
Brian, it
the
was an
lock-
accident.
it is
I don't
the
care. I
lock
don't care if
of
it was an
the
accident.
century.
I'm
Brian,
still
you-
coming for it.
Brian, you spotted it. I said, figure out what the lock of the
Doesn't matter. I
century is.
rise to the occasion.
This is the lock.
rise
you know
to
what?
the
You
occasion.
really do actually.
I don't like having somebody nice on the same table.
You really do.
I'm not used to this.
No, you really do rise to the occasion.
Are you the occasion?
No, you never actually do. The thing is that you're gonna hit unders on every single week because what do you tell me? SBMM is going to catch up to you,
It is.
So, yeah.
and your average is low.
It is.
It is low.
So you're not gonna rise to the occasion.
I think I feel like I will say this. It sucks when the lock is on you, but it's an under and you can't bet it. That's like the worst. Because
Yeah.
I think Brian knows. He might act like he doesn't know, but
Oh,
he
no.
knows he messed up.
I know it's a lock. It's the lock of the
knows he
week.
messed up.
It's the lock of the week for the over.
Oh my god. He knows he messed
Jesus.
up. He knows he messed up. What is the first thing he said? He goes, "Oh shit."
The first lock of the week,
Was
other
it
than
doubled?
other than Brian, though, is definitely.
And I don't call Mortal Lock out of
curious-
nowhere.
I'm curious for the community how many take the under on this bet and how many are willing to stand
Yeah.
with me and say that
Jay-Z
I am
will
the
let us
fucking
know.
best at this.
Jay-Z will let us know. He'll
gonna happen.
have the stat for us.
Believe in me.
But all right, boys, I think that should just about wrap up the show. We got all of our cards in, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
All the cards are in. All the bets are in. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Grab My Banner podcast. Cannot wait to see the aftermath of the tap strafing community. It's only been today, so we still have a lot of aftermath and like fucking fallout to go through.
Bro, I'm still getting
But,
messages on
dude.
Twitter right now. I just got a message like
Dude, Brian
5 minutes
posted
ago.
a fucking spicy tweet.
What, I don't even know what I said. What did I even say?
You were being.
I was pissed.
Yeah, you were going.
Let's see.
hard.
M&K is meant for typing and other business needs, not for gaming. Yes, I'm a controller player. Yes, I've played both. Your whole arm is aim assist. We have 2 thumbs. No shit, you're naturally more accurate. Get the fuck out if you think that controller on aim assist is too strong.
That was spice.
Yeah, I was
that
pissed.
That was really
spicy.
smart.
I was literally sitting in the break room at work, just pissed off from one of the not coworkers, but one of the people that came
Pros.
in,
Oh.
and I was just like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Get the fuck away,
Dude.
And I went on Twitter, went on a rant. It was great.
Yeah.
I felt so much better.
Don't forget
Twitter's
to
for.
yeah, exactly. Don't forget to send us a DM or talk about what you guys think about aim assist, what you guys think about the tap strafing scenario, what's going on there, and then once again, don't forget to use code Banner. Head on down to repsports.com, get yourself something to drink. We're going to clock out for the evening, but we will catch you guys next week for episode 52.
See ya.
See you.